Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to Stepiphenie's Wake. I'm Steph, and this is a timeless reading for the sign of Aquarius. But if you find yourself here because of the image or title, I believe there are messages for you too. On this channel, we honor three things above all else. One, nothing is coincidence. Everything that happens in the reading is part of the reading. Two, energy is wild. I will deliver the messages I get, and no topic is off limits. And three, love always wins. I'm here to change the world one conversation at a time, and my main aim is to move whoever is watching forward in a positive direction for the highest good of all. If the energies or roles I'm speaking about are reversed in your story, feel free to flip them for yourself as necessary to suit your situation. Don't force the reading to fit. If the story isn't yours, don't make it so unless it's how you intend for your life to go. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment if this resonates with you. If you feel aligned with my vibe and ever-growing tribe, I invite you to subscribe, and I send a huge thank you to all that do. Additional information and details to connect with me for a personal reading or to donate to the channel are in the description box below. So Aquarius, let's get into your channeled messages. The title of your reading is The Age of Aquarius. And after that, the first thing I heard was, how old are you? And to me, that kind of suggests that maybe you're working with birth charts or natal charts. If you haven't, I strongly encourage you to look into yours. There are all sorts of different free, resources and tools online that you can have a birth chart analyze or have your birth chart analyzed and produced and give you a little bit more insight to you. It's fascinating. But building on that, I know that biohacking has been a theme or topic of conversation, a big trend, we'll say. So maybe you're playing with some different biohacking things. Maybe they're working. Maybe you're having a glow up. But I'm getting this feeling that you either don't look your age or you don't act your age. And there's nothing wrong with that. Next, I heard, because the Age of Aquarius, we all know this song, this is the dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Apparently, that was written for a musical, the musical Hair, which was produced in 1968. It's a story about the young hippies in the late 60s and their battle with the Vietnam War and how that impacted their life. It was super controversial because of drugs and onstage nudity, which is, Aquarius are kind of known for being the taboo sign. You're kind of known for just doing things that aren't necessarily bad, just unconventional, that aren't normal. You push you go against the grain and push the envelope in ways that people don't necessarily in new ways. You do it in new ways, the innovator. Um, but the whole point of this musical was to advocate for peace. And so this let the sunshine in, maybe you need to let allow as a humanitarian sign of the zodiac, it seems like maybe with all of the negativity and the harsh things that are happening in our reality, maybe you do need to look a little extra harder to allow some of the light, the sunshine, the warmth, the good things that are happening, you know, allow those to come into your mind as well. There is a balance. Life always balances itself out. It has to. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. This is energy, not gravity. So be mindful of that. After that, it was a simple switch. I heard the song Here Comes the Sun. And a lot of sun things, it's very Leo. We are in Leo season right now. So that might be important to you. But I also, Leo's reading is called Vindaloo, which is about being spicy. That's what their reading was this time. So maybe you need to go and watch that video. I'll make sure I link it at the end. But after that, I heard "You're not wrong" in quotes. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So whatever it is, you're not wrong. But to me, that's almost somebody else saying or having a really hard time giving you your flowers and saying that, yeah, you're right. So it's this backwards way of saying, of giving you the credit you deserve. So, again, you as Aquarius are known to be progressive thinkers who are drawn to social reform and new ideas. You value your freedom, you are creative problem solvers, you're very original, very independent. So, all of these things may be playing into this age of Aquarius that we moved into on November 19th of 2024. That's when Pluto moved into Aquarius. So that really was the dawn of a new generation, a new way of doing things, a new, because Pluto governs, Oh, so much, but it's the most outside planet. It kind of speaks and influences collective populations, not so much individuals. And it's all about, reform and things falling apart and upheaval. And, Pluto is kind of associated with death and cold and what's being frozen out. Um, Apparently, if you ask different historians when the age of Aquarius actually was, they'll say it's anytime between 1447 and 3597. So we really have not identified exactly when the age of Aquarius is. But what I do know is that Pluto being in Aquarius now is very, very interesting because instead of things going as planned, instead of things going brick by brick and block by block by block, um, we're moving into this time, that was a very Capricorn Pluto. We're moving into this time where, kind of shocking new magical things are going to be occurring. And part of that is technology, which Aquarius also rules, but it's just these innovative ways of construction. And that's the only thing that comes to mind is this construction of a new world. So then I heard the song Get Up, Stand Up by Bob Marley. The song or wow, this the song. The date September 14th might be important. That song was released September 14th of 1973. So maybe your birthday's then, depending on the audience I'm speaking to, but September 14th is important. I know that's coming up. It's about 3 weeks away right now. But the whole point of that song was fighting for your rights and rejecting oppression. Um, to challenge the passive acceptance of injustice. So, lastly, I got two signs for you. One of them was a swan, which to me always is a symbol of grace, of being able to float above your emotions gracefully. Um, there's also I'm getting a mating dance. You know how swans do that mating dance kind of thing. But then I also got a pecan. I don't know what it is about a pecan, but a pecan tree is a symbol of prosperity, strength, renewal, and connection to nature. So maybe you are feeling a little bit too technologically embraced and you need to go out into nature to get back to your roots. Maybe that's the balance you're seeking. So, Aquarius, I'm going to use the tools that I've created and the systems that I have to determine what the overall theme of your reading is. And then we're going to use my deck to clarify. We'll then use another deck with images so that we can get a little bit more clarification on what these cards are. But for now, let's just see what the overall theme of your reading is. 53. Adapt. Oh no, invent, excuse me. Change, expansion, invent. What are you inventing? A new world, obviously. Obviously. All right, we're going to do 8 shuffles. This time, angels, ancestors, guides of the highest white light, I call you in and ask that you assist me in delivering messages for the Aquarius Collective and all those that are watching. Archangel Michael, I call you in and I ask that you protect me from those that intend to wish me harm or cloud my judgment in connection to the divine as I channel these messages. Aquarius Collective, I encourage you to welcome in guides, ancestors, angels, beings of the highest white light who wish to see you move forward and assist you and I in a clearer understanding of what needs to be said for you to gain the most from this message. And I thank you all for being here, for trusting me with your energy and guidance. It's a blessing and an honor. Hearing 3 more. I know this gets a little long, but it matters. Gotta shuffle in your energy. Invention, invent. Changes on the horizon. All right, what's powering the situation? We're going to do my 5 card spread. What's powering the situation? Love. There's those swans. I don't know if you can see it. There's the swan. It's really, really light. Ah, see it? It's in green up there. Swan with 92 wisdom on the bottom. What do you love? Who do you love? Justice. The King of Swords is kind of he's the judge. He could work in law profession. Maybe you're dealing with a lawyer or something. Balance, justice, equality. I just got an image of this. It's a meme where, there's 3 people. They're all of different heights and they're all standing on the same box, same size box, trying to look over a fence. And that's equality. where everyone is given the same thing regardless of where they're at, as opposed to fairness where the shortest person has the tallest box, so that they're able to see over the fence, and everybody has what they need to see over the fence. It's very much this idea. So you may see, or you may feel really passionate about making sure that people are being given what they need. I'm hearing special needs. Maybe you work specifically with a special needs population in a mental health capacity, or in work with people who are on the autism spectrum. What's changing? Inspiration, the Ace of Wands in perspective. I feel like you've just witnessed something personally where somebody is not being treated as they should. And it's lit a fire under you. Um, I know a lot of people have qualms with, this idea of God, because if there really was a God, how could he let so many bad things happen on this earth? And unfortunately, I am at the point where I don't think that we're meant to live perfect, happy lives here. I think that we're here to learn lessons for this life, for the next one, from past ones. I don't think this is your first life. I don't believe it'll be your last either. And I do feel that sometimes these injustices happen because it takes something of that severity to light the fire, to inspire somebody to become who they need to, right? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Somebody is stepping into I'm getting somebody stepping into like their big boy britches kind of thing, somebody stepping into the role that they're meant to be here. And it's from the first hand perspective, the first hand visual, or someone saw somebody get screwed over real hard by a system that's supposed to save them, or by people that are supposed to save them. And it's encouraging you to step in and not allow this to happen, of fighting for change, of advocating for change. The passive, what was it? The Bob Marley song. Fight for rights, reject oppression, to challenge the passive acceptance of injustice. To challenge the passive acceptance of justice. That is what this did. You are challenging this. Yeah, and it's something that's your guides, your spirits, they did this. They put you in front of that. They didn't make it happen. Again, it's this idea that certain people are in our lives because they are facilitators and catalysts of change. There's another reading I did where I was explaining how, two people are brought together sometimes because they both have lessons to learn from each other. In my case, it was that I believe enough in what I do to not want to, you know, change who I am and what I'm about in order to be with a person. And the other person needed to speak up about not believing in what I do and whether that was going to impact our relationship or not. I'll link that reading below. Um, but that was an important moment now. And I think that right now there was some injustice that you were witness to that needed to happen. It was going to happen regardless, karmically, kismet, whatever. It was going to happen regardless, but your witness of it is inspiring the change in you that needs to be made. What's changing? Karma, balance. Oh, yes. With healing on the bottom, healing your karma. And it's you choosing to act and make a change about this, to act on what you've seen that is going to influence your karma. And this is probably something that is very close to you, whether your family was affected to it, maybe you were specifically impacted by this, and now seeing it done to somebody else, you just cannot stand it. And there are two kinds of people in this world, the ones that say, I went through it, so you'll have to, or I went through it, so you won't. And I feel like you are definitely trying to be somebody on the latter of that sentence. Miser keeps coming to mind, miserly, misanthrope. All right, it's coming to light. Awakening and commitment to challenge. Yeah. I'm hearing, what really grinds my gears? And it's this. You are going to be committed to changing the world. This is your way of changing the world. It's by not allowing people to be shitty to each other. This is your time to shine. This is the way that you are supposed to bring hope to the world. Whatever it is, whatever you're working toward, this is it. I'm seeing my circus deck. All right, so we're going to use my circus deck after. But what's coming to balance? Collaboration. Working towards your highest self. Yes. Working towards this collaboration. This is going to be your work. It's like I'm getting Jane Goodall, how she like became one with the monkeys. Like she was so immersed with it, she didn't mind. She gave up everything she had earthly wise to just go live in the jungle with her monkeys because she loved them so much and she loved what she was doing so much. It became easy for it to become her life in the most positive of ways. Sure, it comes with sacrifices, but again, she loved what she was doing. It didn't matter. You are inventing something new, a new law, a new program, a new support system. I'm hearing the FEMA of mental health. That's cool. But this was the deck that I saw. This is my grandfather deck. This is me speaking to my maternal grandfather. Hey, Grandpa. Call you in. Page of Wands. I hadn't asked anything with the Ace of Wands on the bottom. I hadn't asked anything, so I really don't want to take this yet. For me, that's very much like, hey, I'm saying hi back. All right. What's coming or what's powering the situation? The Nine of Cups with the Two of Wands on the bottom. Yeah, imagine how you want the world to be. Everyone loves one another, everyone works together, everyone's wishes can come true. Visualizing that there's no reason for that not to happen. And right now, that guy, he's standing in the tent, the what are they called? Big high top, big top. There's a word for the main tent in a circus or carnival. Big top? And he's just planning where everything's going to go. It's empty, it's just him. He's putting everything in place. Foresight, making choices. What is changing? The Two of Pentacles with the Magician on the bottom. And he's balancing the light and the dark. They're both, the devils and the angels are working on this one together. One of my favorite lines is, if there are good devils, then there's bad angels. Or no, if there's bad angels, then there's good devils. Right? Like Lucifer, technically an angel. There are some demons. Sometimes someone else's detriment works to your benefit. Somebody else's demons becomes your angel. Or an angel can step in because of somebody else's demons. And you stepping into what this is, you remove whatever anybody else's demons could have done that could have impacted you negatively. This is your angels and your demons working together. A demon isn't always bad. One of my favorite readers was explaining how, when you get this nudge, this urge to create something, when you find this flow and you create something, and on the other side of it, you go back and read it and you're like, I don't know who wrote that. That's a demon. Define demon. Define all the different definitions or all the different versions of demon. What's blocking this situation? Karma. The Moon. You have fears to get over. And look, this looks like the same person. It's just one's over. They're both upside down. But one trusts what she's being held onto. She's using the cloth fabric. That's a new way to hold herself up instead of something else being held up. Look, and that looks much sturdier, but the Moon is all about what isn't being seen. And she looks very tense, very tight, as opposed to the Star, where she's free and flowing. Release, let go of something, let go. And interesting, in Gravity, like in this card, she's upside down. They even let her hair come down. In this one, she's upside down, but her hair isn't. It's like something isn't, the laws of the universe aren't working that correctly there. There's something about the laws of the universe that aren't working correctly there. The great law, karma is the great law. There's something that isn't working. What's blocking this? I think it has to do with belief in yourself. right? Because here she's in the dark, she's basking in the light. And the whole thing about the moon is that the moon only reflects light. The moon doesn't emit its own, as opposed to here where she is the light. The light is surrounding her. She's not being illuminated by the reflection. She is the source. Allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to step into what you are meant to be doing. What's coming to light? Yeah. Put down the burdens. And look, he's being held up too by what is it? Another string, another rope. Finding a new way to support yourself. So it just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of focus, a little bit of intention. Just a little bit. It's coming to balance. That flew right out. Communication. The Eight of Wands with the Page of Swords. She looks very, very calm considering she's about to stick something hot and dangerous down her throat. But she has no fear. She's trained for this. Every single experience that you've had in your life has trained and prepared you for this. Have no fear. You're here to change the world, Aquarius. You're going to. I'm going to get one more card. I actually meant to use this in my last reading, and I forgot, so sorry, Capricorn. But hearing two shuffles, serendipities on the bottom. Let's see what we got here. Please clarify for Aquarius. Wow, Observer and Treasure Island. Yeah, you've seen enough hardship. You've seen enough to know of all of these experiences and the things that people are up against. And identifying a problem and knowing what it is the I think what is it? It's like you're more than halfway just by writing down the problem clearly and understanding it. You're more than halfway to solving it. This is a passion project. This isn't something small. This is a long time coming with the turtle. Turtles live forever. They see some ish. But this is going to be beautiful, and there's stars all around that. I don't know if you can see them. Treasure Island. Yeah, this is something that you're meant to do. You've seen what you've seen to inspire you to make the changes and work towards whatever this is. I'm getting very much like a program planner. You're putting something together, and it's going to be very beneficial. It might take a little bit of convincing to get it off the ground, but just be be clear when you are explaining why you feel that there is a need for this. Make sure that you explain what you've seen and the specific examples you've seen as to why this is important. Because we're all here, we have to be humane to each other. We have to treat each other with kindness, and you've seen a blatant disregard for human decency. And that is what needs to be highlighted and why whatever you're creating is so important. So, I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, please like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe so you can see whatever I post next time. Until next time, Aquarius, thank you so much. Bye.